Think of the 40th floor of a typical corporate high-rise. It is a world of rigid schedules, dinner cutoffs at 7 p.m., and layers of administrative policy. This routine is easily broken by simple human mistakes. A car left at home, a forgotten lunch, a missing file. Each error strands Sordar and Popat deeper into the night, leaving them isolated in a massive, empty structure. Then, without warning, they simply vanish. In a space defined by surveillance and rules, two people have been erased. We assume high-rise offices are secure because they are busy. In reality, their isolation at night creates a perfect vacuum, a place where a massive disruption can occur without anyone on the ground hearing a sound. The silence of the 40th floor is shattered by a frantic news broadcast reaching the rest of the city. A criminal named Gundesh Don Upadhyay is kidnapping citizens in broad daylight. He isn't looking for money. He is forcing them into a high-intensity construction crew. This chart highlights the absurdity of his operation. Most criminal enterprises focus on revenue, like extortion. Gundesh, however, directs all resources toward a non-productive asset, a colossal statue. Pouring everything into a giant monument suggests psychological desperation rather than a plan for growth. This raises a central question. Why would a leader risk his entire organization and invite certain police attention just to see his own face cast in stone? Honey and Bunny abandon their home to find the answers, following the trail of the kidnappings back to the heart of the corporate high-rise. Behind the facade of the office floors, they find a secret network of industrial elevators, bypassing the standard 40 floors to reach a hidden base. After a tense climb, they confront Gundesh at the top of his scaffolding. Facing a real challenge, the Don's aggressive posturing gives way to a confession. As a child, Gundesh was relentlessly bullied. His peers mocked his small height, tagging him with the nickname Chattu, or Shorty, a wound that never truly healed. Every foot of this statue represents an attempt to bridge the gap shown here. The massive silhouette is a literal compensation mechanism, a physical shield built to hide the tiny, insecure person underneath. Massive vanity projects are rarely about projecting strength. They are heavy, concrete attempts to bury a deep-seated feeling of inadequacy. Gundesh's overcompensation extends beyond the physical. He feels a desperate need to appear intellectually superior to everyone he has captured. To establish this, he uses a strange weapon, a vocabulary of made-up English abbreviations designed to sound authoritative. He barks out commands where M stands for Murti and L stands for Lingoyatoya. It is a linguistic mess, making sense only to him. His workers clearly see the errors, but the threat of violence forces them to nod along. This creates a workplace based on performative agreement rather than actual communication. Forcing others to validate obvious nonsense erodes the foundation of a leader's authority. When a hierarchy is held together by enforced lies, it creates a brittle structure that snaps the moment it faces real pressure. That pressure arrives when the rescue begins. It isn't a coordinated strike. It's a chaotic scuffle, filling the construction site with dust and confusion. The chaos is so thick that even the allies make mistakes. In a frantic moment, Popat is blinded by sand thrown by his own team. This messy, uncoordinated resistance is exactly what Gundesh cannot control. The sheer unpredictability of the fight shatters his illusion of absolute power. As the Don's control slips, the workers notice. They stop their forced labor immediately, realizing the man who demanded their submission has no actual way to enforce it anymore. Systems built on fear and vanity don't usually collapse because of a better army. They fall apart when faced with the unmanageable chaos of real human behavior. Gundesh stands alone in the wreckage of his construction site. His statue is unfinished, and the workers he commanded have left him behind. He drops the facade and offers a sincere apology. S for sorry, finally recognizing that forced obedience never creates actual respect. Honey and Bunny's success came from a different source. They scaled 40 floors and faced a criminal boss purely because their friends were in trouble. Forced submission can build tons of dead concrete. Organic loyalty, however, provides the strength that remains long after the monuments have cracked. That is the only real measure of stature.